Hello and welcome to my little session today. I think we need 45 minutes or 60 minutes with question about a topic what a customer have from me. We all have customer and my topic is generated of a customer quote. I need to say. So my customer is a industry customer and he have an internal help desk for his employees and employers for helping him by problems or issues or challenges around the IT systems. And my customer said me, Ferdi, we have a big challenge because my employers work from home, work from other countries, work from everywhere. And in Germany, we have an IT support with 5 colleagues. And yes, the colleagues start at 8 o'clock in the morning and the end of the work is 20 o'clock, also 8 o'clock in the afternoon or 7 o'clock in the afternoon and so on. But my employees worldwide works at other times. He works at 6 o'clock in the morning EST or at 7 or everywhere. So he had a big problem, a big challenge in the company because what is the game for the employee or for the end users? He starts his system, his IT system, and he have a problem. Teams aren't working. The monitor in the home office or in the office are flickering, or the printer does not work. And what can the employers do for this? And so we had a big use case, and we tried to give the customer a solution with Microsoft 365 standards, a standard application. And he don't want to pay a big IT help desk system with chats, with other bots. He want a small application because he said it's an internal ticket system and not a ticket system to my customer, to other companies or so on. It's only for my company. So this is the use case. We had in the IT help desk a user, call it Ben, and for the accounting in other lands, I think America is a good land for this. This is Lisa, and he works at accounting. So, and we try a solution in the standards of Microsoft 365 for this company. And so my session is generated for you today. Copilot in team meets Chat GPT, and who will still needs human. Why I have this topic? Because we need to, or we have the question with AI and Copilot and so on. We have a big question. The employee asked me, Ferdi, why are you working here? When somebody can chat with a bot, with AI, and AI give him the solution, why I'm working here? And I show you some slides for the solution and why we do this, and then we start to give a deep dive in the solution, and we can show what is it. And in the end of the 45 minutes or 60 minutes, I hope we clarified the question, who still need humans? Because that is what my what the employees, what the end users, what are humans? Yeah, what is the most of the questions, I think. So let us start the slideshow. My person, I'm Ferdi in Oellers, or call me Ferdi. I'm from Germany, nearby Düsseldorf, and I'm a Microsoft 365 solution architect at Amexus. Amexus is an IT consultancy. So after my work at Amexus, I do some like community like this sessions about Microsoft 365 around topics from Power Platform to who can we change a company culture with Teams and SharePoint and so on. And after this, I had a family. My family, I love my family. I love hiking in the mountains in Germany at Allgäu. I love drink some couple of espressos is what I like. And yeah, I'm a human. I'm not a robot. So if you want like to connect to me, if you have question after the session and you want to talk about this, connect me, leave me a message, then we can talk. In the community, I do some things. I had a podcast, bloggings, a news show around Microsoft 365 every 2 weeks in a month with some MVPs, and we talk about what's new in the tenant and what's happened with the security and governance. And if you want, come to us and yeah, attend the show. So, but what is the biggest challenge in my use case? My use case start at traditional support, IT help desk. And you all knows about the IT help desk. So IT help desk is this is people 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's when the company is big, then you have more people. When you have a small company, then you have only 1 people for the IT support. And when we start my system, and Lisa starts the system in America, then he have most, or this is the time he had the most or she had the most problems or issues, because when my system is run, yes, an application can stop or it's a little bit trouble with this application, but my system run. And when did employees have the most problems? When he start his system. Monitor flickering, printer does not work, the system stop, whatever. And this is a big challenge for traditional supporters, because the time when the system starts from employees is most the same time. Most companies said we start all working at 8 o'clock. Then all employees start the system at 8 o'clock. And what is then? All employees, or 5 or 10 or 12 employees, had issues and troubles at 8 o'clock. And so he typing in a ticket system, he calls the agent or whatever at 8 o'clock. But in the end of the game, we had 5, 10, 15 employees. He called at 8 o'clock. But only 1 or 2 or 3 people to call or to get the call and can answer the call. So we had a big mistake, because the customer, the employees, oh, why you do this? Oh, the customer and employees, and I want to show you, are not satisfaction, because we had a long response time. Information silos are there. The information stand on an intranet site or in other systems, or only by the employee in the first level support, or so on. We have peak times. Peak times at 8 o'clock, we have a big peak, and at 10 o'clock, we have a smaller peak. And we have a resource commitment, because we need resources at the peak time, and at other time, we need lower resources. And this is a big challenge for the IT support, because at the moment we all work hybrid, we all work remote, we all work to not the same time, to other times. And this is a big challenge for my IT support, for Ben in the IT support, because someone like an answer at 7 o'clock, someone like an answer at 9 o'clock, someone like an answer at 12 o'clock in the evening, or so on. in my working time, Ben's working time is from 8 to 7 or to 6 p.m. So a big challenge what we have. And then for my customer, it is a big support thanks for this. Microsoft 365 came, and Microsoft 365 had standards that can help my organization, or that can help organization. Who are the standards? The standard software, the standards products. They are in the Power Platform. And this is why we are here. We are here on the Power Platform Bootcamp 2024. Yes, because we need to talk about the Power Platform. A big benefit for organization, because you have a license in the E3 or E5 licensing from you, or A3 or A5. You have it, and you need to look for this. You need to clarify some questions, but you can work with your processes from the Power Platform. So what like I to talk today? I don't talk about Power BI because I'm not a Power BI consultant, and Power BI is a cool tool to analytics something, yes, but not for me in this moment. I don't talk about Power Pages. Power Pages is for a public web page of customer systems or so on. Yes, but not in the next 45 minutes. We don't talk about data connectors, AI builder, or dataverse. It's the sources in the background. No, we talk today about Power Apps for the front end of a ticket system, for example, for Power Automate to automation, some workflows, some processes, and so on. For example, to automation my question to ChatGPT to get a response from ChatGPT. And we talk about Power Virtual Agent, is the old name, and the new name, Microsoft Copilot Studio, because Microsoft Copilot Studio is the chat engine, and I don't want to say chatbot, I want to say chat engine for the end user, for the companies, for the organization to do what the end users need, to give a message, to ask a question, and to get a response. And so for me I struggle a little bit because the name is Copilot, and Microsoft, he said to so much things Copilot. In chat, Copilot. M365 in Word or PowerPoint or Excel have a Copilot. And yet we had a next application, Microsoft Copilot Studio, my own Copilot. And why he say it is Copilot? Because Microsoft Copilot Studio can give me a chat who can I type in question and I get a response. And this is what AI and Copilot do. We type in prompt for getting some information, and the AI, like ChatGPT, like Copilot, like DALL-E, or whatever, give me a response. And so I think it's fantastic to say, yes, this is Copilot, because the end users say for Copilot, it's my chat and I get a response, like WhatsApp, for example. And so this is a cool stuff, Microsoft Copilot Studio in the Power Platform. And why is this in the Power Platform? I think you see it at the end of the session. Go in. Why we talk about Microsoft Copilot Studio? It's in chat for the end users, and the end users work in Microsoft Teams. And the Power Platform, we can so good integration in Microsoft Teams. The end users chat with other employees. He chat in a group chat, also on in Microsoft Teams. And Copilot Studio, we can integrate as chat Copilot in Microsoft Teams. Very nice. Aber what is Microsoft Copilot Studio? Microsoft Copilot Studio, yes, I say we can integrate in Teams. Microsoft Copilot Studio have a data source, aka dataverse. And now he don't have dataverse for Teams at the moment. In December it works, yes, but since like January, Microsoft retired it. So you need Dataverse as source for you. But you get a Copilot, he is 24/7 available for your end users to getting FAQs, to creating ticket in a ticket system, to build customer support scenarios. So I can type my problem and I get a response. And when my system, who is in Microsoft 365 in the cloud, my FAQ system, my information, and so on, is not good enough, or the employee don't get the right answer, he cannot solve his issue, his challenge, then we can integrate ChatGPT and can say, yes, go in the World Wide Web and search for me. Yes, search. ChatGPT AI is not a search, but yes, make a search for me to my problem and give me solutions about this. But what is ChatGPT? Is generative, pre-trained, transform. It's an AI model, and I think it's the AI model from the OpenAI is the first model what get a very high public state. Yes, he launched it at November 2023, 2024, 2022. So sorry for my English. And he relaunched it. And so OpenAI is a big word in the AI, in the AI cloud. We can integrate it in the Power Platform. We can get knowledge from ChatGPT in my Power Virtual Agent or yet in my Microsoft Copilot Studio. And it's a big change for me and my company to say, okay, I have my information in an internal system and I get information from the World Wide Web and match this information for an FAQ, for a customer support or an IT support. And the potential or advantage are we are always available 24/7. We can scalably, we are scalable. We can scalable if much employees have question, and when not much employees have question, it's okay. And this is a big thing with the AI. The AI are learning with my prompting. And yes, Microsoft Copilot Studio is the AI learning for me and my tenant and not out my tenant. And when I go to ChatGPT, I learn the public AI. But it's learning about my question and it get better. And this is a big benefit because when I have a question for my IT support, the IT support, when it's the first question, he need to search and research and need to look. But when it's the 5th or 7th or 6th of the similar question, he can say, yes, this is the answer. This helps you for your solution. And so I think it's enough what I have talk about what is Copilot, Microsoft Copilot Studio, and what is the use case. I think let us look in the demo system, and I finger crossed for the demo god for 20 minutes or not 20 minutes, for 30 minutes my demo crashed and it's not working. So I hope it's get better yet. So you see next page, you see at the moment the portal.office.com home site from Microsoft 365. had seen we had a hand for a question.
No. I think we are good to
Okay.
go, Eddie. We are good to
Okay,
go.
good to
So
go.
I'm just eagerly waiting for the demos to be sure.
And yeah, I say for 2 or 5 minutes, Microsoft Copilot Studio is an application in the Power Platform because Microsoft Copilot Studio is integrated in Power Apps. It's the old Power Virtual Agent. And Power Virtual Agent, I start from Power App. And so this is why Microsoft say Microsoft Copilot Studio is in the Power Platform and not without, because he is in Power Apps. And you start your journey in Microsoft Copilot in Power Apps. Who you click on more, and then you see this this menu chatbot. In chatbot, you go to your Microsoft Copilot Studio, to your solution for your own Copilot. And I have a demo, IT desk, your help. Yes, the demo is in German. I hope it's not a problem. I try to explain what I do, but my demo crashed for 30 minutes, so I need to change or to go to the other demo. So what we have Microsoft Copilot Studio. And who Microsoft Copilot Studio looks, you had a menu on the left side, you had a test Copilot, so you can test your application, what you do, what you change directly in the test Copilot in the middle. And in the right corner, you have your development of the Copilot. You can get topics, topics like a trigger, hello Copilot, I have a question. Then you had a topic, we start the Copilot, and you make step for step a decision for these users. So what we have for topics is the basic of Copilot. For your example, we had a hello, a welcome message. So when a user type in hi or good day, it's in English good day, heißt guten Tag hier. Then the Copilot answer me, hello, who can I help you? Hello, who can I help you? So this is what topics are. Topics are, we trigger topics like in Power Automate system, who have you a trigger from SharePoint or so on. And then you switch in the next question, in the next answer, and the next to do what you like. And you need, as a Microsoft Copilot developer, you need to say, this is my trigger and what is the next step, what I need for the start. So you can have questions, or when we look, you can send messages, but you can all do, or what you can do also, you can trigger Power Automate. So Power Automate is integrated in my Microsoft Copilot Studio solution, because when I want to have an answer from ChatGPT, I cannot start this answer from Copilot or from my Microsoft Copilot Studio. No, I need to go the way to say, yes, here's my question. Go to the Power Automate. Power Automate has the connection to ChatGPT and give you the response. This is the way. It's the old way, like Power Virtual Agent. It's the same. So if you have processes or you will start processes, you need to integrate Power Automate in your Copilot. But it's very simple, because you can create a new Copilot, or you see all your active Copilot and not active Copilot to integrate it and to say, yes, I want to have this Copilot. And this Microsoft Copilot Studio do the connection to your Copilot, and all is fine for you. What can you do too? You can here turn off the tracking between the topics, because, and this is what I find fantastic. I have here a chat, and my chats say, hello, who can I help you? And when I give the chat, yes, my monitor, is flickering. What can I do? Yes, it's like German, but it's my system. Then you can see what do the Copilot and in which topic goes the Copilot. You see, yes, I have, this is my message, and the Copilot goes in a conversation booster because the conversation booster, and then we can look at the conversation booster, starts with my trigger to say, hey, I need help and I need to boost the conversation. We have my active text, and then he go in my systems. He go in, I need to put a little bit smaller. He says, this is my answer. Have I a question? Is this yes? I have a question. And then we go to all what I need. So when I go to the booster again, you see, this is my process, my conditions. Have I a question? Is this okay or not okay? What is this the next steps? I see here I have a data source for, and this is the next why Copilot Studio is very, very cool at the moment. I can create generative answers. Generative answers, what does this mean? And this is like Copilot. Copilot, if you know about this, Copilot is for your organization, and Microsoft say it's secure because if you say, or if you give a prompt, your prompts are working in your tenant and you get messages, and your prompt and what you do are don't go in the public for train a public model. And generative answers is the same. In generative answers, you say which what are my sources for these answers. You can say I have a public source, then it's okay. The Copilot go in the public, only in the source, the generative AI answers, and give you the response. You can say too, yes, work like Copilot. Go not in the public side and get the answers from the public side. No, go in my SharePoint system. My system who need the employee to log in with the authentication. But go in my system and get the response, get the answer, search for the answer, whatever in my system. And this is a big benefit, I think, because in a knowledge-based management system, we have this. People need help, want to get an information and go in the system of the company to search for the information. And yet we had the problem that we had most in an intranet a black hole, like unstructured information, and I can't find this information. Copilot can help me, my Copilot, my own Copilot, to search for the information and to search better for the information. Like my information of the internet, of other sites, information like a Teams chat or whatever my Copilot can search for. And I need to create a generative AI. I say, what is the data source? You see SharePoint or public site. And my Copilot goes with his answers or with his response in this generative AI system and say, give me for this prompt an answer, and your prompt are based in your tenant and not for in public AI model. So you see, my answer is here. He have a little bit source who can the answer here. He say, okay, your monitor is flickering. Test some cables or test the drivers on your system. Look, it's updated or not, and you get the response to the documents. The documents who is based on my SharePoint online sites under documents and are based in my own SharePoint. And I think this is a cool feature for this, because we had a little knowledge-based system for my company, and we don't need Viva Topics. Yes, I know Viva Topics is required, but it's like my knowledge-based management system. And my end users have information about, not from the Google search or sort, no, from my internal system and from public sites, what I have definition of a helping site. If these generative AI and the data sources from generative AI don't help me, then we have a second way to get information for the employee, for the end users. What are the second ways? The second way is here, did it help? Is all fine? And when I say no, then is my second way to go with this question and with the question history in Power Automate. You see it here with the action, and get information from a Power Automate and ChatGPT. So I can have my problem, I can search in my own systems and in public sources who I say it's a good source, it's a secure source. And when it's not help, I can go with Power Automate and say, go to ChatGPT and let him search for other solutions for me. And this is the answer who get, or yeah, I get from ChatGPT. And who I can integrate ChatGPT, it's Power Automate. And when we look at the Power Automate for a minute or two, you see what I do. And what I do is I trigger the Power Automate. The Power Automate starts, and you see, this is my trouble for the last 30 minutes. I get the answers or the questions and summarize the questions, and I start the Power Automate from my Copilot Studio. Yes, the trigger is a virtual agent, but it's called new Copilot Studio. I get my message, I get my response, do some variables and JSON formatting of the content, and then at the end of the day, at the end of the model, before I get start the API call in the Chat GPT, I do this. I do a HTTP model. It's a little bit like an array to say this model I trigger. It's a GPT 3.5 turbo model. I can trigger a GPT-4 or what you like to trigger. It's a little bit pricing at the end of the game. Then I give him my message. I say what is the maximum token and what are the frequencies. And this is my response to the HTTP call. Like here in the middle, I do a HTTP call with an URL to ChatGPT. I give him my API and my response. And yes, you can look for the API and you can name the API, but I delete the API after my session today, so it's not help for you. And you give him the body like this body. And at the end, you get a response. I need to pass a response, and I return this response back to my virtual agent. And this response back is this, what I get here. What are some parameters about this? Yes, you need to do an API call to ChatGPT. HTTP calls are a premium connector of Power Automate. You need to know this. Yes. The generative AI things in the Copilot Studio, you see it here. Yes, Microsoft need money, 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 money. It's a premium tool, but it's a helpful premium tool. Very, very helpful. And when all solution does not like a good solution, then I have a question, did it help or not? And when I say not, then I have the, yeah, then I, as end user, as employee, I can get or create my ticket in an IT help desk. So what is the most benefit for my customer? The first level support are at the peaks very smaller because the people or the employees goes to the chat, type his question and search for a solution for yourself or for himself. And only when all solutions not help, then you get a ticket and the first level supporter need to help. So to reduce the peaks and the administrative work from IT help desk. So what can you do here? You can say, yes, I need a ticket. Yes, I need a ticket. Then you get a response of this. Give me a title of the ticket. The monitor are flickering. Give a description of the ticket. All 2 minutes flickering. Yes, it's not a good description, but for example, it's enough. And then you get a summarized of this. Is this the title? Is this the description? And when you say yes, we go with Power Automate to set your problem and create an IT help desk ticket. And why I find this solution cool for small or biggest company, because we in the most cases an IT help desk don't need a big IT ticket system. A small, cheap way with lot of standards is enough for an IT help desk, I think. And most of my customers think it's the same. So, and you get with the Power Platform a solution to do this with minimize customizations, but with a lot of standards. And why it's cool, when we open my IT help desk app, it's an application. Yes, it's a Power Platform and a Power App, for example, for my solution. And I start, and this is what I do for yesterday again as another session. No, I don't want to edit this solution. I want to start the solution, so I need a little bit more. We can integrate this ticket system with tickets and the managing of tickets and the solution of tickets, and can integrate the chatbot, this Copilot, in the Power App. It's an integration that is it's so easy. You say, I need a chatbot. Yes, you need to say, I need a chatbot at the moment, but I hope it's renamed like Copilot, and you say, this is my chatbot. You say, what is this chatbot? And you have a solution with a chatbot in your position for starting the IT help desk, because when an employee or when the end users have a problem, he starts this problem in the ticket system or in Microsoft Teams, because he wants to talk about this and want to have information. And you see, it's the same chatbot. He say, hello, I'm the chatbot, who can I help? And I can say, I give him the message, my monitor are flickering, what can I do? And I get not the same, but I think a good same of the response. And this is what the Copilot Studio do. He give you can prompting something and you get a response. You get integrated in a ticket system, and when you go in this ticket system, and I go to all my demo tickets for the system and go in the last position, you see monitor are flickering. What can I do when I have my Power App from ticket system? My IT help desk can start his work, can give a comment or leave a message, and we get a communication about this. And when my employee or end users don't start at the Power App because he wants to start his work at the central place of work in Teams, yes, then you can integrate your chatbot in Teams. this is my Microsoft Teams. Yes, I'm in the web application, but here you see on the left side, I have integrated this application for my chatbot, for my ticket system. And you see, this is my ticket system with all what I need and all what I do in the future, all what I have for troubles and give him to solve my problems. And yes, I can start with hello. He say, hello, who can I help? I hope. Don't start and say hello. I tried. Okay, he's a little bit lonely at the moment. He wants to start, but he do this. You see here, I get a chat with your monitor is flickering in Windows. That can you do? You can open your task manager and try to solve this problem, to check. You can update your drivers, or you need to check if some updates can help. So this is what I want to show you today in my demo system, and I think you get a good impact. What can you do with Microsoft Copilot Studio, and who can you revolutionizing your IT help desk, or your helping of your IT help desk first level supporter. This is the best word, I think. So go to the slides again. And yes, 1 moment. A little bit summarize for you at the end of my session. Summarized, you see who can help Power Apps and the Power Platform with Microsoft Copilot Studio for your first level support. Microsoft Copilot Studio is available 24/7, so you don't have this trouble and this challenge with workers who don't work from 8 to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. He worked from 7 or 5 or whatever a.m. and he want to start his work. So it's very, very cool for employees at the moment. You can integrate Chat GPT, and yes, in the future, but this don't work at the time where I generate the demo and so on. Yes, you can do this with Copilot if you want. You see in Copilot Studio a little bit preview with build your own Copilot. Yes, you can integrate Copilot to search in the public World Wide Web and search secure. But who I create my demo and who I create the solution for my customer, it don't work. It's not a public preview for Copilot. Microsoft don't had it at the moment. In the future, I think it's a better way to say, okay, Copilot, I integrate Copilot and not ChatGPT, because it's look like the same technical stuff at the end of the game. So you can do it. You can do a better system for your IT help desk with many standards from Microsoft 365 and only a little bit premium features. I need to say thank you. Thank you for hosting my session. Thank you that you are attend my session. And if you have question, then is the time to give the question.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
think
Wish, go on.
no, please go on, Jürgen. Sorry.
And thanks for being our guest today and presenting the session. And there's already, I see, one question. If the SharePoint site, which you have used in the Gen AI, should be public or not?
SharePoint online site cannot be public. You only have an authentication from the site. So you need to, it's an internal SharePoint site. I need to say, it's a point. Because you can get, but what you can do, and this is a next for the future, you can integrate the Microsoft Copilot Studio in Power Pages and give your customer other thing to get information from your SharePoint site if you want. But it's a second way. And it's future.
The SharePoint site which you have used in the Gen AI, right? So for example, as we have integrated with Power Virtual Agent over there, if suppose that Chat GPT, if you are hosted in Power Pages or somewhere like I just taken that, what can I say, taken that and integrated in different sites. At that time, will this SharePoint site work? Because as it's a private, sorry, internal site. So at the time, this generative AI will work. No, I'm curious to ask, nothing else.
I show you my solution at the moment, and I'm on the generative AI. You see, this is SharePoint. It's an internal site.
Yep.
If I have access to the site, I get information from the site. If I don't access to the site, I don't get information from the site. You integrate the internal site from SharePoint and not a public site. And no, Microsoft don't change the internal to a public site. No. You need to authenticate you. You have an, I need to check.
We have to do the app registration.
Yes, you have here an application. You need to say, what is the authentication for my chatbot, and for these things in the chatbot, you can say no authentication. Then you need to do an Apple registration for your SharePoint internal site, so you can get information about this, or you had an AAD authentication, or else whatever. You can manage this here in the site.
Cool.
Other questions?
Yeah, I do have a couple of them because we have some time, so I have a flexibility to ask. The first question is like, do you have any kind of the tips or tricks like when we integrate the bot with the Teams, Microsoft Teams?
Can you repeat your question?
Okay, so I was asking like if you can recommend some tips or the tricks when we are going to integrate the bot with the Microsoft Teams.
Yes, first trick, authentication. I try so much with no, then I had to change it to Teams and Power Apps integration, and I try the manual integration. When you integrate it in Teams, then this is the best way with the low trouble, I need to say. This way don't work, because if you start the chatbot in Teams, you need to authenticate. Then he say, give me an authentication. You need to click. If the click goes to other web page, so you need to authenticate in other web page. It's not like smooth for the end user. So if you integrate it in Teams, this is your authentication at first. Then you need to public this.
Publish the bot.
Yeah, you need to publish this in the channel, so you can say it's a channel or not. You need to publish your Copilot at advanced that you do here for savings, and he asks you, want you published or not. You need to publish this. You need to have a global administrator, for example, to publish this, because then you had a smooth way when you updated the app in Microsoft Teams. Why? If you publish this as global administrator, the updates are published automatic. If you don't are the global administrator, you need to click on the apps and you get a banner. Oh, here is a new an update or so on. You need to click again, so you had the update. This is tips and tricks, and you need to to communicate it to your employees, to your end users. It's look like a chat. Yes, you can give a message, my monitor is flickering. You get a message, try the task manager, look like updates, show driver updates, whatever. And if I type in tomorrow, my monitor is flickering, I get another answer. It's not the same. Because generative AI or Copilot, it's it's like a little bit, tricky for the end users. So you need to communicate it. The answers from the chatbot is not the same at the end of the game. And if you give your prompt yet, and in an hour, the answer is not the same. That you need to communicate. So if you only talk about the integration, it's very, very smooth, the integration. You need to look at the global administrator account for the publication of your chatbot and for the authentication, and then all is fine. You get an app in your Teams admin center, so you can say this app is for this user group or this user group. You can manage your user group who like this app and do work with this app. That do you in your Teams admin center. And it's an app.
Okay, that's great. And how do you integrate in the teams? Like, what kind of the steps do we need to follow?
You integrate in Teams, you need to go to your Teams admin center.
Mm-hmm.
You can go. So you say you say in Copilot, in the channels, I want to publish this in Teams. You say which Teams and channel also. You have here your application. You say, yo, this is my application. You see the bot. You can retrieve or not. You can open the bot, and then you get the bot in the Teams admin center, and you can manage the bot. People can install the bot if they have access to the bot, but this is what you do in the admin center. And you like here in the app settings, IT help dashboard, there is a bot, there's the other bot. You see it here. If you have installed it, then it's fine. If you don't have installed it, then you need to install the bot for the start. And management is in the Teams admin center. And the Teams admin center, it's an application like Copilot, like other applications, like third-party tools, and so on. And you need to say, okay, for this group in this policy, are the app or not, or for all. That is what you need to manage in your Teams administration center.
Okay, that's great.
Other questions?
I would give a floor to the other audience if they have question. Otherwise, I will ask one question very quick. If nobody have a. Okay.
If you have questions at the end or tomorrow or in the next week, contact me with LinkedIn. Is the best contact way for me. Leave me a message, and then we can talk about the integration, or if you want to have a demo, or to talk about what can you do and who looks like, then contact me.
Okay. I think there is something. I just read Abhishek's message over the chat. So thanks, great session. However, at the same time, can you share the steps to connect and showcase same for the custom model-driven app? And do we need to train the custom copilots for getting data from custom MDA? Okay, I think a couple of questions. Yeah.
The steps to connect is very, very simple. It's very, very simple. It's my app. I do a new screen, a blank screen. This is my screen. I say insert. So let me look. Who was it? It's not so simple. Who is it? It's a new model, classic. So need to search because it's not here. It's not here. Chat. Then we do it here. Chat. Classic modern. I don't know why modern it's not not in. Classic chatbot preview. You get the chatbot, then you get a list of source of your chatbot. It's your my IT help desk bot at the moment, and then you had integrate this chatbot. These are the steps.
Fantastic.
Important is you need to do public the chatbot. If you are in a development, no, you need to public this chatbot, and then you can do the integration here in Teams or in Power Platform. So, and the last question, I need to look at the chat. 1 minute. What do you mean with custom NDA?
I think he's talking about the model-driven app.
Not Canvas app.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, this question is a good question.
I think we can use a custom pages,
Don't-
right? If not,
Yeah.
in the model driven.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
would be
need.
my suggestion as well. So using a custom page could be an option, but I'm not sure if the control that you shared, Ferdi, is already supported in the custom pages, because there are some small differences between Canvas apps and custom pages. So that would be one option to challenge it. But then you could create a custom page and integrate it in your model-driven app.
I need to test it. I think like Jürgen, I need to test it, and I give you the message in next week. I test it, and you get the message next week.